Yo, it's your boy Betty, and today we are chatting about One Piece chapter 1060, and I'm a little heated because obviously normally I do a reaction, normally I do a read through with you guys and show you some of the excitement and some of, the moments that I had, which I will, you will see moments of me reacting to things just without the audio. I basically didn't record, I didn't capture the audio. I don't know what happened because I literally saw that the audio wasn't recorded before. I changed the settings so that it was getting picked up. I checked on OBS, it looked like it was, and it wasn't for some reason. I actually thought it was a great reaction. I legit did. So I'm heated. But nonetheless, what we'll do is we'll talk One Piece, we'll talk what's happened, and kind of go from there. Obviously starting off with Luffy and the gang finding out about the situation with Sabo. Obviously Luffy knows the boy, he knows him, that's his bro, so in his mind he's like, there is no way Sabo would do this. Sabo is not this kind of person. And then they go on to showcase what Sabo's dream was, and what it was writing a book essentially about his adventures, about the story, about the world, right? And he knows, Luffy knows Sabo ain't that kind of person, considering the life he went through, like the upbringing he had. He ain't the type of person to be doing that, so he's completely against anything that is being said in the news. And Robin obviously agrees because she spent time with Sabo more than anyone else besides Luffy. It might even be quite contentious as to who spent more time with Sabo, her or Luffy, actually, because I feel like actually maybe Robin might have done so. Obviously we have those moments there. It's good to see everyone's reactions to it because obviously a lot of them know VV, they know Cobra, Alabasta was a massive arc for us, right? So, or at least for 6 of our characters, 7 actually if you include Robin. So 7 or 8? No, yeah, 7 because Brooke had joined literally straight after. So obviously everyone knows VV, everyone knows Cobra, just about, right? So that emotion is gonna be there for the guys, right? Like, for the people that they essentially saved, worked with, traveled with in VV's case for so long, right? And it's great and interesting to see Luffy's just what's the word I'm looking for? Like, spontaneity is not the word I'm looking for because it's a bit more chaotic, so it's great to see that he's just like, he's headstrong, man. Like, we know what Luffy's like. As soon as he finds out that there's something's going down, he's like, no, we need to go there for the smoke. And I like that. I like that he was all about that smoke. He's like, I don't care if it's the HQ, I don't care if there's admirals, fleet admiral, I don't give a damn. I'm going there to find out what the hell is going on. Why are you saying this about my bro? You know what I mean? And what I loved even more was seeing the number 2, Zoro, come in and be like, hey, listen, we had this conversation before, bro. What did I say when it came to Ace? They went on their own adventure. Let them do what they need to do. Although it's interesting you're saying that because you said that about Ace and Ace is dead, bro. You know what I mean? Largely my argument against Zoro would be like, yeah, you say that and I hear you, but Ace is dead. And obviously with the way that Sabo's altercation developed, you know what I mean? It's just interesting that Zoro said that to me in hindsight, now looking back and being like, well, Ace did die. So if Luffy kind of remained headstrong and went about things the way that he wants to go about things, maybe, then the counter argument to that is that he did in this Ace case and Ace got murked in front of Luffy, died in his arms, you know what I'm saying? Moving on from that, we then have a huge reveal. Huge, at least to me it was, yeah? Because my dude, okay, so this barrel thing has been discussed in the community for a while. A lot of people noticed it, and shout out to everyone that did notice it. That Oda was apparently putting an emphasis on there, and obviously in this chapter with a huge emphasis. And a lot of people theorized that maybe Carrot had been like, you know what? Banyu Nekomamushi, Banyu Inuyasha, yeah. I do not want this position. I do not want this title. I'm running away with the Straw Hats. People assumed that was the case. But lo and behold, it's actually Caribou in the freaking barrel. I'm so curious. Why have you decided to go with the Straw Hats when you said you needed to go meet this person you wanted to give this information about the poneglyph to? So are you going to try and escape the Straw Hats in the next island? Why are you following us? Leave us alone. And what is it about you and barrels? Like, legit. Why do you love Barrow so much, man? You should be called Barrowmon or something. I don't know, man. I don't know why I put a Digimon spin into it. Interesting, not Carrot. I'm wondering how you guys you know, you carrot lovers, you furries. I'm sorry. I love you regardless. Especially if you're a subscriber. I love you even more. And for those who ain't subscribed yet, make me. Subscribe! Subscribe. I will come through this screen. I will chase you around the house like my mom used to do back in the day. If you don't want the smoke, hit that subscribe button. This is the kind of chat my mum would say after she hit me. Like, look what you made me do now. I gotta put my god. I'm making my mum sound bad, toxic. It wasn't that bad. I'm exaggerating a lot of this for the views. You know, Vivi, Cobra, the kind of people they were, and how everyone else is feeling about it. You know, then we got a bit more on, you know, their view on the cross guild. Luffy's still like, there is no way Buggy's the leader of this. It's a mix up. There is no way. And I believe that. Sorry, as you can see, I'm still putting my belt on. Yeah, blame me. I blame you. I blame you. From the reader's side, we know that Crocodile is the main guy, really. Mihawk is there essentially as the main fighter, and Buggy's there as the political arm, you know what I'm saying? But what's even more curious is like, ban Buggy for now. I love the dude, but ban him for now. Is Luffy finally reveals to his whole crew what his dream was. And we still don't know! Jinbei's loving it, Usopp is like, what the hell? Zoro's like, nah, you crazy. Robin's like, what the hell? Chopper loved it. And I also think that Brook and Frankie and Sanji loved it as well. So, legit, a lot of laughter, and I like that. But let's talk about the main event really of this chapter, which, to be honest, is this to me. So Sabo obviously got intercepted. You know, the last time we saw him in the manga, it was the Navy essentially listening into the call, right? The call with Dragon. He reveals he didn't kill Cobra, which we all knew. No one doubted him in that regard. We knew he was being used as a scapegoat. He was being, like, you know, set up essentially. And he confirmed it. And the reason why is because my dude apparently saw someone on the throne. And I think he seems to know. In fact, let me just quickly go back to the chapter. It seemed like he seemed to know who that person was, because obviously you only saw silhouette. I wonder if actually that's someone we might know. So I saw something unbelievable. It happened in the throne room of Pangaea Castle. I thought there was no king of the world, but the empty throne wasn't empty. I saw. And then imagine if he was like, I saw Mihawk sitting on a throne. And the reason I say Mihawk is because of the eyes of me. That's literally the only reason. But imagine if he also said, I saw Zoro. That'd be kind of crazy, innit? But the fact that the guy, like, Imo has, like, the ring eyes. I mean, the fact that he's sending lasers from the sky to blow up flipping islands makes me think it isn't Mihawk. That isn't, like, Mihawk's MO. But maybe this is IMU using the Mihawk persona to kind of throw people off. Do you know what I mean? I don't know, but I'm curious and I'm interested, and I'm like, what the hell is going on here? Legit, why do you have some sort of like nuclear ability where you can just blow up islands? I do know you got asked the question, what light do you want to extinguish from the world? I'm guessing Vivi was the one that was selected. I mean, we saw the dagger through her picture, but I'm wondering why. Is it because Sabo saw you? I'm guessing it's because Sabo saw you and you don't want people to find out who you are and that you even exist. But it makes me think, is it someone we know? Is it? I don't know, it could be. Or someone that we've heard of. Like, it could be. It could be. So I'm putting that out to you guys. I think it might be someone that we know. It could be Shiki. It could be... it could be Mihawk. It could be Zoro. I'm not gonna lie, I'm throwing those names out there. I'm putting it into the hat. It's not gonna be Zoro, but imagine if Zoro was the final villain. How interesting would that be? Anyways, then obviously following on, we see that Luffy and Co come across what seems to be a flaming sun surrounded by a whirlpool of water. It's like something is keeping the cold out and someone else insulated within. And we come to find out, interestingly enough, it's one of the worst generation, Jewelry Bonnie. And it's very done, like it's done very well in the way that it was kind of showcased, because obviously we see Zoro, Sanji and Luffy use their observation haki to essentially hear the voice of this person, and it looks like they are really trying to make, and when I say they, I mean Oda and Co, as in his editors, really trying to emphasize that you know, when it comes to observation haki, it's in relation to a voice in some sort. It's like you're hearing a voice and reacting to it, and obviously perception is kind of amplified based on maybe this voice. So I'm wondering if we'll get more details or more fleshed out ways of explaining this ability in, like, you know, how some other shows have done it, like for example Naruto or Hunter x Hunter. Epic shows when it comes to explaining power sets, skill sets, ways of thinking, and so on and so forth. So I'm hoping Oda does that, because I would say that's one of his weaknesses when it comes to writing a story like One Piece. But you know, like I said, Jewelry Bonnie's found there. I think that maybe Sabo was the one that left it there. I'm wondering whether that's because there was some conflict between the two. Obviously, we know that Bonnie has some connections to Kuma, so I'm wondering whether she was maybe trying to take Kuma with her. Her and Sabo had a bit of a scrimmage, and Sabo just left it there being like, I ain't gonna kill you and leave you out in sea, but I will leave you in this fireball, don't follow me, kind of thing. And that's maybe what's happened to her. But obviously she's gonna have a lot of insight, you know, in terms of what's happened in Marijoa and everything else. So I'm very interested to see what she has to say. Also, can I just say shout out to Zoro for that one sword style ability where he used the sword to cut through and cut Bonnie out. Very dope to see. I love seeing the Zoro moments, legit do. And Bonnie's bounty hasn't changed, still 320 mil. Lower than freaking Nami's, man. You need to get your game on fleek, Bonnie. It's not looking good for you. But anyway, so again, apologies I didn't get an opportunity to do a review, like a read through. I absolutely did love this chapter. So much goodness, so much glory. I could not wait to find out what went down. Obviously, we know Saba ain't gonna die. He might do something here where he uses like fire to protect everyone, like all of his allies, maybe some of the people there. I'm assuming that they're obviously gonna die. We know Oda has a problem with killing people. I don't know why I was about to go say that. Shout out to Grace also for the color spread here. I'm gonna be using that as a thumbnail if you guys want to see any other work, his work, her work. I'm not sure. I don't know. I'm sorry, but check out Grace on DeviantArt. I'm gonna shout you out because I do pretty much use your thumbnails every single time. I'm sorry, you probably hate me for it, but I absolutely love this. Of course, let me know what you guys thought, and definitely drop those thoughts down in the comments. Definitely don't make me get this belt out again. Do not, because I hated putting it back on for about 5 minutes while I was chatting. So but for everyone else who has subscribed, thanks as always. This of course has been your boy Betty, and I will catch you guys in the next